Oh man. All right, now we're just gonna wait on some people to show up, hang out. We're gonna attempt to fix this bad boy, and then it's a little earlier than normal, so I don't know what to expect because this is about an hour to an hour and a half earlier than I normally start. So I don't know if anyone's gonna show up today. I'm not sure. We might not have anybody show up. I need to refresh this bad boy too. There we go. That should be better. Am I not in the shot? Might have to go a little bit up with myself. There we are. Yeah. Now my head's not cut off. So we're just we're hanging out, waiting on people to show up. You know, it usually takes us a couple minutes to get folks in here, so just gonna be patient and give it some time, and then we'll get the stream moving. It would help if I had a scheduled time, which is why I said anywhere between like 12:30 and 2 is when we'll usually get started, but I can't guarantee every day through the weekday, and then also like, who knows, life happens, and you know, I can't be a dedicated streamer while doing all the other things I do, but I do enjoy this. Like, I look forward to coming in here, getting stuff started. And someone left a comment, I know no one's in here right now, someone left a comment on one of the other videos asking if I could help show what parts are compatible and how to pick that out. So I think we might do a video on that next week and see if we can kind of contribute to decision making there. I'm gonna plug this back in and make sure it's on. Just hanging out, waiting on some folks. I don't want to get started too early. So for now, we're just chilling. Just chilling. Hanging out, staring at my ceiling. Buddy, yo, dude, you're gonna like this one today. I don't remember if you were in here watching from the road. Oh man, be safe. I don't know if you were in here yesterday, but we've got a potential bent AM5 motherboard socket. So I'm going to attempt to fix that today. I'm not looking forward to it. I haven't done that before. I think you said you haven't tried that before either. So I am not looking forward to that at all. Bent pins. Yeah, so I think you've done it before. I've definitely rebent AM4 CPU pins back. That one's tough, but like, it wasn't that hard. It just was really tedious and frustrating. But going in there in the socket itself and fixing it, I don't know. I don't know if it's the motherboard is warped and it's, you know, so like it's bent like this. I can't tell if it's like pushing it out and that's why the CPU is not fitting in properly and didn't make correct contact, or if it is, you know, the actual socket itself. I think there are some bent pins in there. You straighten AM4 pins, but pins on the board are more tedious, you think? Yeah, same thing. Like I've done AM4, and it was challenging. But from what I read and looked up is it's a lot more challenging, not more challenging, but easier to break the pins inside the socket, which might be the case, might not be. So we're just gonna hang out for a minute or two. Are you on your way to get a deal or picking up the kids? We're gonna hang out for a minute or two, let some people get in, and then I'll do the intro, and we'll get moving. I also don't know if the tweezers I have are gonna work because all I had are a deal. Ooh, what are you getting? So all I had was what my wife owns, and this isn't. This might not be the most opportune set for getting into a PC, but we're gonna find out. So. A deal, huh? I wonder what you're getting. Well, shoot, if you're close, you should just come over. I mean, I was gonna clean up my office a lot more before you came. That way there's more space if we were gonna do some work, but you could always come over and help me fix this thing. Yeah, we're gonna give it just one more minute. maybe 2 more minutes, and then we'll record the intro, and then we'll get working on this thing, see if we can make it work. But I'll explain all of it, like what happened yesterday, where we are today, what we're gonna attempt to try. Are we gonna witness another cool Linux installation? No. I need to become more versed on Linux. I wish I was. Fort Smith, 9400, 1660. What are you paying for that? Too bad it's not a 9600K. So I know that some people are kind of coming in here now. So yesterday, what happened, and I'm going to go through an intro and do all this as well. Yesterday, we had chat put together a PC. We built it with a Ryzen 5 9600X, and then they kind of got to pick out the case, the cooler, and the GPU. So this is what we ended up having here. The problem is, I think there's likely some bent pins on the motherboard, and it wouldn't post yesterday. So we're going to attempt to fix that today. I might not be able to fix it on stream. It might take us a couple streams to fix it because I've never done it before, and I don't have like 5 hours to sit here and troubleshoot, which sometimes you can go through. So 150 it's a 1660, 24 gigs of DDR4, and 9400. I mean, yeah, that's probably worth. The 1660 is what? 80 bucks, something like that. 24 gigs of DDR4 is, I'm guessing, like 60 or 70. So you're at 150 right there. But what if a mechanical pencil will help with straightening the bends out of the pins? Really? I don't know if I've got any. A mechanical pencil, interesting. So is that because it can, like, you can take the tip and put it on there and wiggle it? That's good input. Also, you guys can totally see that fan above me spinning here. Cool. I think we've taken enough time, so I'm going to go ahead and do an intro really quick, and then we're just going to get to working on this thing. So if you guys don't know, anytime I have a live stream, I also put this out for like a re-uploaded version on YouTube. That's not like a stream version. LED is conductive. That's good to know. So I always do just a recording intro. Like basically I'm doing a video. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quickly. I'll jump back to you guys, and then we will get working on this thing and see if we can get it hopefully working today is the goal. So let's get this moving. Make sure I'm out of the way of the computer here. All right, so in today's video, we are actually going to be attempting to fix this PC behind me here. If you didn't catch the video that I did, the stream that we had yesterday, I actually let chat build the PC, and chat didn't make the mistake. I think I did, and now it's not posting. So we have a Ryzen 5 9600X with a 9070 XT, and we got everything together. The fan spun, all the RGB lights came on, but it wasn't giving us a post. And I think that it's possible that during the building process, we may have somehow bent the pins on the motherboard socket itself. And unfortunately, fixing PC components and troubleshooting is probably my weakest area of all PC building. But we're gonna get some practice today and see how it goes. I have bent back AM4 CPU pins before. That was pretty tough, but I've never gone inside a socket to try and do it. So hopefully today we can resolve that problem and get it fixed. If you're not aware, this was initially streamed. So I interact with chat, communicate, all that kind of stuff. But if you don't have time to sit here for an hour and a half, 2.5 hours, however long the stream is, when I re-upload this to YouTube, please feel welcome to skip ahead to the parts that you might like, the areas that you find interesting. It's not going to hurt my feelings, guys. I don't have time to go and edit all these things, so that's why I'm doing streaming and then putting it out on YouTube. So we're gonna go ahead and get back to chat now, get this going and attempt to get this thing started today. If you've never bent back AM5, it's actually AM5 CPU motherboard socket pins, a lot of words there. Today you're gonna get to see, if I can do that. Hopefully maybe some people in chat will have some good advice. Otherwise we're gonna be turning to the internet because this is gonna be a little tedious and maybe scary. So let's get started on this. Do you have a magnifying glass or anything? I do not. A magnifying glass, huh? Is that something I should be using? Azure Tron Online, thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, if you guys are joining now, we're gonna attempt to get this thing moving and grooving. The pins are just hard to see. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting to have some issues with. So I know what I want to start out probably doing on some of these things is removing the graphics card or a phone camera zoom. Interesting. Yeah, see, there's a good chance that you guys might not get to see some of it. Wow, what is going on with my camera? So there's a good chance that you guys might get to see some of it because it's going to be really hard to record and do it accurately. So I think we're going to take the GPU out. We're for sure going to have to take this off. I don't know if I'm going to take the RAM out. I think we're fine leaving the power supply on. Maybe someone can confirm that. But I think we're fine leaving the power supply on because it shouldn't matter. I'm gonna put this over here. It shouldn't matter because it's not plugged into anything, so there shouldn't be any electrical charge on it. I'm guessing. Someone might correct me on that. But yeah, this is gonna be a journey. Like I said, I had a 5800X that I had to fix, and that stunk. I did that in a parking lot with a let me make sure you guys can see this. I'm actually gonna go up on this for you guys real quick. So hang on just a minute here. Uh-oh, my wife is texting me. As long as it's unplugged, just hold the power button to discharge any residual power. Yes, I have heard that. All right, hold on just a second here. You guys are going to be going up, so I apologize for the brief period of time where you might get motion sickness. If you didn't know you signed up for a roller coaster stream, now you do. All right, down we go. Okay, here we are. Nope, no display at all. Nothing at all. Where's my screwdriver? Yes, so it's funny. I bought a Ryzen 7 5800X. It had a B5. It was like probably an Asus, however you guys say it. Tough B550 gaming motherboard. It was a nice motherboard that it was in. I took the 5800X out to look at it, and then I put it back in the board, set it down, and for some reason it didn't latch in properly, and I wasn't aware of that. And whenever I went to look at some other stuff that the person was going to be selling me, the 5800X fell out into, we were on a bed of a truck. It fell out in between the truck and the bed. And it was really bad, and it bent a lot of pins, and I sat in a parking lot with my, someone help me out here. What's the name of a knife? A pocket knife, yeah. I sat in my car and outside for a little while with a pocket knife, attempting to bend back the pins on it. Yeah, it was a 5800X. And I told the guy, I was like, dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to give you money because you came out here, but I don't know if I can, like, and I felt really guilty. I'm like, I don't know if I can take this 5800X because I felt like it was the motherboard. But I eventually got it bent back. And you know what? I was like, I'm going to buy this from this guy anyway, even if I end up getting screwed here because it could have been my fault. You know, I didn't want to waste that guy's time. So, and it was a really good deal. The 5800X ended up working. I ended up testing it out, and then I sold it to someone who, you know, ended up loving the thing. So pretty cool opportunity to try that. A little scary and a little daunting, though, to be honest with you. So yeah, we're going to be attempting to fix this bad boy today and get it to post. Like I said, we might not get it today, but we are going to keep on working at it. I might even, like, if the channel starts doing well, if we start making a little more money on it and I have like the funds to dispose, I might even like start buying some, you know, for parts, motherboards or things, and like seeing if we can get it together and possibly get it to work. Because I know that some people might have an interest in that kind of stuff. Imagine breaking a PC in the Big 26. Yeah. Yeah. Thank goodness. One, I'm a nerd, so that helps. But two, like, I have at my disposal, and I am not picky. Like, even if I broke my main computer, I'd be really sad. I'd be, you know, a little frustrated. But to be honest with you guys, I've been working on a Ryzen 5 3600 and a 3060 Ti for the last like 5 days. And that's not, my main computer is an Intel Core Ultra 250KF Plus and a 9070 XT. So like I'm working well below what I normally do, but I really don't care, to be honest. It doesn't bother me. So, you know, I honestly, I could probably even just sell the 250KF Plus, the motherboard and all that stuff, and because I need new technology anyway. So like, it really doesn't impact me that much, to be honest with you. I'm not that picky. You've thought that so many times. Yo, how's it going, JFix? You've thought that? I mean, we've talked about it before. Like, it's so expensive. All right, we got to take out this CPU, and then we're going to take a good look at our socket. I'll kind of try to show you guys. Well, yeah, there's definitely some bent pins in there. Hopefully we haven't damaged. Hopefully we haven't damaged the CPU itself. You fix many PCs with bent pins. Unless the socket gets smashed, it's pretty easy. You need a great pair of magnifying glasses or lens. Patience and a steady hand. Sloth, what's going on? Do you guys know each other from another community, I'm guessing? I even thought about going back to the older style cases with drive base. Dude, there you go. You can see the bent pins from there. You guys might be able to. I'm going to show them to you here in a second once I get done cleaning this off. I don't have a magnifying glass, unfortunately. All I have are tweezers. So we're gonna see how this goes. Let me bring it up a little closer so you guys can see it. Yeah, it's definitely bent pins. So you guys aren't going to get to see all of it perfectly. I think you guys might be able to see some of that. Don't drop the camera on the socket. That's really good advice. Yeah, I think you guys can probably see that. I think we have bent pins here. So this is going to be my first ever attempt at doing such a process. Lurking, working, you see bent pins. Yeah. So the thing is, when I went to put in the CPU, it wasn't fitting, and I thought, I'll just give it a shot. And it just slammed in there. Probably shouldn't have done it. I now regret doing so. But here we are. We're going to attempt to fix it. I might have to move this thing around so I can look a little better at it. I might also need to get like a flashlight or something. So in advance, you guys are probably going to get to see my head a lot. Very sorry. I definitely need a flashlight, friends. I'm going to go get a flashlight real fast, everybody. I'll be right back. Hang on just a minute. You guys can hear me walking away, figuring out where in the world a flashlight is at. Because normally I'd use my phone, but we're recording on my phone. So, oh, now you guys get to hear the crying one. Hold on, everybody. You might get to hear some crying. He is definitely not happy. These are all way too big. Hold on, baby. He is not happy at all. You guys get to hear the little one. Oh, buddy.
Can you shut the door?
Come on, Summer. Hold on, everyone. Come on, baby.
Okay, when?
Daddy is talking to the camera. Do you want to come up there?
I'm fixing, Daddy.
Daddy's...
Get my stuff.
Get your stuff.
Huh?
Okay, we'll get it in a minute. Daddy's got to go back upstairs. Do you want to come up here? Okay. Come on. You can leave him on if you want. Yeah, Daddy's trying to work on his computer and he's talking to people on the camera. Okay, friends. We are back. We have a flashlight. Oh, all right. We can kind of see it. All right, what did everyone say here? Recommend using a needle and bend the end of the hook. Works well for me. However, I couldn't do it without a microscope. Definitely a bored out job. Icon magnetic work lights. I need a better flashlight. Don't even bother. Replace the motherboard. Yeah. The problem is I don't want to do that. Wow, you guys aren't kidding. You really do need a magnifying glass to actually see what you're bending. Oh wait, you know what? I can kind of tell. Huh. This will be interesting, guys, because you can see where the obvious gap is where the pins are bent, but it's really hard to tell what pin it is that's out of place. So I don't know if I have a magnifying glass. This is going to be tough. Yeah. You need to look at different angles. Yeah. It's kind of confusing. Maybe this will help. I don't know how well you guys can see anything. I know you're probably just looking at the back of my head at this point. You have a good phone, use the macro zoom on the camera. You guys are looking at me through my phone. I'm actually going to bring you guys down because it's not going to be beneficial for you to stare at the back of my head this whole time. Actually, you know what? I can just do this. Here, let's do that for you. So again, you're going to be looking at my head more than you would like, but I don't have a better solution at the moment. They're sometimes bent inwards towards the socket and need pulled upwards. Yes, it's very difficult to see. Is that this way? I'm assuming I'm going to have to part out this board and just call it a day. But we're going to try, because at this point I'm considering it a loss. And if we manage to fix it, that's massive. That will be absolutely huge, because I've never done this before. And I assume it's a very difficult skill set to kind of follow through with. Did those get bent up, or are they supposed to be up there? Looks like they got bent up. I'm also trying to make sure that I'm not completely in the way. Use a digital microscope and a thin sewing needle. Wow. That's crazy. I think those are supposed to go up this way. Yeah, they got pushed down against the side. I think I'm actually getting some of them back into the right spot. The issue is I might break them. They are very delicate. You guys, I know that this might not be super entertaining for you, because like I said, you're going to be staring at the back of my head a lot. I'm trying to give you space so that you can see it as well. Without a I would not recommend doing this without a magnifying glass, though, because it's very hard to tell what direction you need to go with the pins themselves. But I think I am actually making some progress. You guys might not be able to tell. You've never done this, but if you already said it, I'd remove the board. The thing is, that's expensive. You know, this is the PC that I'm gonna give away the Ryzen 5 9600X, and if I have to buy a new board, I'm out even more money. If it was just something I had laying around, I would just, it's whatever, just be gone. It's just a lost board. But I'm giving the Ryzen 5 9600X away, and I have to make sure that I've got a motherboard for it. So that being said, we've got to get this up and running. Oh, I hope I didn't just break that off. I might have. This is very hard without a magnifying glass. It's free to take out the board. Oh, you're saying take the board out. Ah, I'm with you guys now. I'm with you. Take it out, put it on a box, and try it that way. You guys are smarter than I am, chat. Okay, let's do that. Check locally, picked up a USB 650 in BA a few weeks ago for 40 bucks. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do is get something just used. If this doesn't work. I just didn't want to do that. But yes, taking out the motherboard. This is why you guys get paid the big dollars here. Bought an old PC for 200 bucks. It broke, but I managed to sell the parts for $800. Jeez, what was the PC? Was it like a 1080 Ti or something? Or like a Titan? You guys are so smart. I'm gonna take the RAM out too while we're at it. Take the board out, they said. I need you guys around more often. That's what I'm gonna say. You guys should help me make everyday decisions too. Start paying all of you to come hang out with me. All right, where is my screwdriver? What'd you buy for 200 bucks that you sold for parts out of for $800? I'm really curious about that. Don't break the RAM. Nobody can afford to replace that. Nope, nobody can. Nobody can afford to replace that. RAM is outrageous. I mean, storage is outrageous too. I can't afford to buy storage either. No one. You know what? At this point, pretty much everything is impossible to purchase. I mean, I'm also wondering if I accidentally didn't take out a mounting screw and really hurt myself there. And I don't know. I don't know what happened because it was working the last time I used it, so I haven't touched it in a while. Storage is ridiculous right now. It's not in a good spot. Yeah, it's not in a good spot at all. Take out the board. You guys might have saved me. I might be able to actually see this now. I might have made it worse. I'm looking at it now, and it's possible that I've made it worse. Maxwell Titan, 8x8 gigs of RAM. ROG LGA 2011 Extreme motherboard, i7 something. Okay, there it is. So, you know, the motherboard's obviously higher end if it's a ROG. The Titan is still going, I think, for like 200 bucks. It's still a good card, too. I tested one probably 6 months ago. And outside of just getting way too hot, it ran really well. Especially, like, I don't think people should be as concerned about VRAM as they think they are, because most people play in 1080p anyway. But, like, testing it at 1440p, it was nice to have the 11 gigs of VRAM. So, all right, let's take this bad boy out. Oh, wait, what am I getting snagged on here? All right, motherboard is now out. I'm gonna put it in front of you guys once I move this case. Stay. I might make it easier to see as well. You guys are too smart, I'm telling you. Oh, all right. That made it so much easier to see, and I might not have to use this flashlight, guys. You need VRAM to do 3D rendering. And now shelving that childhood dream permanently. Yeah, it's an expensive thing to want to do. This you know what? I think we can probably get away with this. Is that good? There we go, you guys. Can you bring us in any closer? I'm gonna try to. I don't know how much closer I can get though. Watch me knock this thing off again. All right. I think that should be a little closer for you guys. It's not the best angle ever. I know that. All right, so you can clearly see there are some bent pins on this thing, and if I flash a light on there, you can see where they are. Yeah, I can definitely see it a lot better now. So we're going to attempt to get some of these unbent and see what we can do here. Thanks, Facebook Marketplace is a godsend for PC parts. It definitely can be a very cheap place to go. Not gonna lie, my heart is a little nervous. It's kind of beating a little hard on this, trying to do this. And like I said, it's relatively low stakes. Like, I don't want to pay for one, but if that's what I have to do, I mean, I'm going to do that because, you know, this is what I set up for the newsletter. And like I said, you know, I've said several times, I like this channel to be a place that can give stuff away. So that's what we're going to do, is if we have to get another board, we have to get another board. I'm also always kind of weary that, like, even if you manage to fix something, like, how well is it going to work once you fix it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think all of these got bent backwards. I think. I can't, it's hard to tell. I can't tell if they got bent backwards or broken off. Well, what happened? I bent the motherboard pins on this thing yesterday. You technically don't need a desktop for the next few years, but I don't think NVIDIA will even be selling GPUs by 2028. You might be right. PC gaming, as we know, is dying soon. Head honchos are trying to move towards cloud-based gaming. That is potentially a very sad thing that I hope does not happen, because PC gaming has been like a big part of my life and it's brought me so many happy memories. I've talked about this before on videos, but like, I used to do LANs with my best friend, his family, and my family. And it was the thing I looked forward to the most all year. Every holiday, all of us would just get together, bring all our PCs, and stay up until 3 in the morning, the next day, whatever, just playing video games all night long. Wait, you guys, I think I'm getting the hang of this. I think I might be onto something here. I think I might be able to fix this. I know I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I think I'm going to fix this thing. I think I'm going to be able to do it, you guys. I think they all just got bent back. I know I'm getting a little beyond where I should be for now, but I think I'm repairing it. Like, not even kidding you. Although, I'm slightly worried that some of them got broken off right here. I can't tell, but I think they might have. It's possible that some of them were broken right there, that they just broke off. This is probably really tedious for you guys to sit here and watch me. So I do have to come back and look at chat every now and then, so I'm not just like getting a video of me with my head and then not interacting. Oh, I don't hope I didn't break that one. Come on, little guy. Come on, there we go. I don't know. It's not perfect, but I think we're making progress here. Nice, good job though. You're getting it a little ahead. Slow down a little bit. Need to practice fixing some X99 boards also have. You can also see the M5 socket ball grid pin out to see the function of any broken pin. Yeah, that's true. We're literally all that's left. It's, you know, it's a thing. It is definitely a thing that people don't know it anymore either. Like, I've held a LAN. I held a LAN maybe 4 months ago. No, you know what? It was longer ago than that because it was still kind of cold outside. I held a LAN and we all got together and it was the best thing ever. And one of my friends that I've known for 20 years at this point came, and he's not even a gamer, and he had a blast. Because like it's not so much about the gaming as much as it is just about like the tomfoolery. Like just getting together, talking trash. You know, the funniest shenanigans just happen at LANs. And it's like you can't really describe it to people that haven't been involved in it. I think I broke 2 of them off. I think right here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I think right here, 2 of them are gone. That or they're bent over and I can't find it. I think I broke it though. I think I snapped those off. Oh, this. You guys are very right. This would have been easier with a magnifying glass. That's shifted over, isn't it? It's gonna be kind of hard to fix. Ooh, this is making my eyes water. Wish I was old enough to enjoy LAN. I missed out big time as always. Can see if the pin goes to a certain memory channel or PCIe lane. Still play my old games on Steam, of which I have 50% unplayed. Games nowadays suck and you're 56 years old. Jeez. Sorry, I needed some water. I'm gonna go get another water bottle really quickly over on my other table, and we'll keep this thing going. Never gotten a LAN experience, dude. I'll have to invite you. I'll have another one. I'll have some friends over and we'll play. I'll have another one though. I wanted to do one more recently. Life has just been too busy with having the kid and everything. And then my buddy that I played it with all the time, they have 3 kids. So like he doesn't have any free time either. That one feels like maybe it's bent the other way. Is it down here? Can't tell. Oh, those are bent this way. Come on, come down. This is very challenging. I can't tell. I think this is probably... I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to be unsuccessful at this. I think if you had a magnifying glass, this might be easier than bending AM4. I could be wrong, but I think it is, because most of it's just like pushing it forward. Like all of it just got bent back. Now that could just be my rare scenario where like they only got bent that way, and maybe other motherboards have them like all kinds of ways. It's so hard to tell. I think some of them are just broken. I don't know if I should try and put this CPU on there. Do you have an eye loop at least? I do not. 7 kids take up a lot of time. Dude, they are. Good luck on bending those pins. It is a slow, delicate process. Have you done it before, Dio? Sorry about the motherboard. At least it's a fun stream. Hey, there you go. What LAN games did you play? Man, we played a lot of stuff. When I first got going, we played StarCraft, the original StarCraft. And so I don't know how much you guys know about StarCraft, but you can do like multiplayer games where it'd be on a local area network, so a LAN, and you can host on different maps and that kind of stuff. But back when we would play, we might have as many as 8 people all playing in one game, which you don't get that anymore. And we would, so it'd be a 4v4 or something like that. And the thing about that game is you can actually, wait, hold on. I know they're not all completely unbent. Someone that's done this before I go any further, help me out here, because this went in. This went all the way in. And I know it's not perfect. I'm going to show you this again. It's hard to do this with a camera. I know it doesn't look perfect. It definitely looks like there are still some bent pins in there. But it didn't fit in the last time I tried to do this. Does that mean that I'm in the clear and I should try it? Or should I keep going until it looks good? Just try it. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, I kind of like your approach there, buddy. Anybody else? I mean, anyone else have any thoughts? So as an NVIM user myself, you have StarCraft and you can't really be good at, then you can really be really good at it. Doom 2, we did play a little bit of Doom. Send it. I'm seeing send it, so let's give it a shot. I'm gonna go ahead and get the power supply plugged up. Actually, I don't really care what power supply we use. So we're just gonna use this one. As long as I don't break anything. Oh wait, I do need it to post. You might want to take the SSD out. Yeah, try it. Will it post if I take the SSD out? I can't remember. Will it give me to at least like a BIOS screen or something? It should, right? Or it'll just say no device for startup. That's what it'll say. It'll say no device for startup. It's 100% success rate. I love the approach there, you guys. But anyway, so in StarCraft, you could turn on friendly fire. And how the game works is you have these workers that like harvest minerals. And from there, you can build structures that like build combat people or like defensive structures or things like that. And because we were young and rapscallions, friendly fire would be on. So one person on the opposing team would tell us, I'll just do it with one ram stick for now. I mean, that way if it does blow up or something, it's not that big of a deal. I'll have an extra one. People on the opposite ends, on the other team would tell us specifically where one person was, and then they would turn on that teammate, and 7 of us would all take all of our workers, which could be offensive units, not very strong ones, and just go attack that person. And it would be the funniest thing ever because we did it to the same guy every single LAN, and he never saw it coming. Like every time, he was just so mad at us, and it was just the funniest thing in the entire world. But man, there are just so many like good memories of the most ridiculous stuff that happened. Is that not the pin? Oh, that's not the pin one. That's right. This is the CPU one. You don't have high hopes, but I hope for you it works. There you go. If their pin's broken off, they will be shorting out things. I would at least tip the board upside down and shake them out. Okay. Should I take this, the CPU out first? Bullies. Listen, when you're friends with people, that's just what you do. That's just how it goes. Okay, we'll take this out and shake it. Friendly fire is the best kind of fire. It 1000% is. I didn't see any or feel any. I guess I can shine the light again for you guys. And then there were just ridiculous moments. So like I don't drink alcohol anymore, but back then, you know, I really didn't even drink a whole lot back then, but like when we got to these lands, it was just a time for us to be as outrageous and goofy as possible. And you know, all these ridiculous things would happen. Like one time, one of the guys was playing, talking all this trash. We were playing League of Legends, and out of nowhere, one of the wheels on his chair just gave out, and he fell down. And it was like the chair just collapsed on him, and it was the craziest thing ever. And you know, it was while he was talking trash, and the way it transpired was so funny because like you could tell it hit his pride. So he got up, we're all giving him a hard time, and you know, after that, like 3 minutes later, it happens again. Like he sits in the same chair, turns the wheel to another side, and it just collapses. And he's just down there, and one of the people says, "Hey, do you want some help up?" And he says, "No, I'm just gonna stay down here with my pride." It was just the funniest thing ever. But it's like one of those things that like I'm describing it to you guys and it sounds really dumb, but it was just hilarious. Okay, so I think I have enough in here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the monitor in. it's just things that like you have to be there, and it doesn't really exist that often anymore. Like people don't do that kind of stuff. Wait, this is the right way, right? Oh no, it's not the right way. Okay. The way you described it was amazing. Thank you. I'm sorry I've been in and out of the stream. First off, how are you doing? And second, how did you get the bins bent? I don't know how I bent them, to be honest with you. I bent them yesterday building it. Let's rip tater chips. What? Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to power this thing on. I guess I'll just power it on, and if you guys see the lights on, then I'll go to the display. I'll move that a little closer. Okay. Actually, I'll just kind of do it all. You missed yesterday's stream? Yeah. But yeah, like, you know, LANs were just the most fun that you could have while being like a nerd. Yeah, display is connected. I'm gonna bring you guys back a little bit so you'll be able to see it all. So might have to go back a little further too. Okay. So here we are. I'm gonna jump this motherboard. Not like jump it and beat it up, but start it. If you see the RAM come on up here, that means that it worked, and then we're gonna pay attention to that. Ideally, that's how it should work. I'm gonna bring you guys over here so I can read you a little better too. I wanna play TF2 LAN, Team Fortress 2. I haven't played that, but I'm open to it. All right, moment of truth. Moment of truth here, friends. Okay. All right, leave it in the chat. So I'm gonna do a countdown. I say that there is a 15% chance that this turns on. I wanna know what you guys think. Cannot imagine how hot that LAN room must have been. My game room gets too hot. Yeah, yes, that is very true. All right, so I say 15%. What does everyone else think? 15%. I want a couple people to guess, and then I'm gonna attempt to start this, and we'll see if those bent pins are fixed. You hope it works? 50%. You hope it works. All right, I'll take those. Okay, here we go. You think you might get a post, or I think I might. Solid 56.84. I love the confidence here. All right, guys. 3, 2, 1. Something's. Oh, you know what would help? If there was power to the power supply. Okay, here we go. Attempt number 2. 10%. See, I like you. You're more of a realist like I am. I said 15%. 3, 2, 1. Okay, first of all, it turned on. Come on, give me something. Oh. And I don't have fans right now to tell if it's going through memory training or not. What are you guys saying here? 50% of the time works every time. Those are the odds. 33.3% classic. You're always an empty guy, so it won't work. CPU getting warm. Ow! Oh! Dio! Greatest new PC technician in the world. Any lights on the Mobo? I actually don't know where the lights are supposed to... Oh, no, there's nothing. Wait, is that where the lights are on this? I don't think it has them. Unless those are it, but yes, Dio, the CPU got really hot. Yeah, it's really hot. It will probably go into thermal shutdown without the heatsink. So do you guys think I should throw on? I mean, it's cooking. It's cooking hard. It shut itself off. Yeah, it shut itself off. Does that mean we have a working PC? Guys, does that mean this thing is working? No way, right? Also, sorry I'm looking down. I put you guys on the ground so I could read and not interfere. I think it works. I think we have to put the heatsink on really quick. I cannot believe this, but I think we're about to have a working PC. I'm going to put you guys here, and you can live with reading yourself, I guess. I don't know. It's a display upon a display. Do you know what you're doing? No, I don't. Didn't know memory training still happens without RAM. The RAM's right here. I would just set a basic stock cooler on top of it. You don't have to hook it up with thermal paste or anything. Just set it on top. Do you think I need to put the fans on this, or do you think that this is enough thermal conductivity? Check online and see which motherboard pins got screwed. Yeah. Pretty sure it won't post without anything plugged into the CPU fan header. That's what I thought too. Pretty sure. Oh yeah, I am dumb. So I probably need to plug it in to the CPU fan header and attach some fans to it real quick. Is he asleep? Honey? Is he asleep? Okay. Sorry. I was just asking that way I'm not too loud and wake him up. Okay. Where we can commune different things, even if it posts, you would need to check all the RAM lanes, PCIe slots, a fan plugged into the header, I think. No thermal paste. Yeah, I'm not going to put thermal paste, no peanut butter. Hold on, I got to fix these fans real quick so I can get them on. I would attach at least one fan and then just set it on top. You don't need the paste yet. Yeah, I'll do it without the paste because we don't care if it gets kind of hot and then, you know, whatever. As long as it can post, because it just shut itself off, which means that I think it was trying to memory train, which is, if that's the case, I have successfully managed to unbend AM5 pins, which is awesome. I didn't think I could do it. I'm gonna scoot this over. I did not think I was gonna be able to do it, but maybe we have. Keep blowing at the CPU. Yes, the 9600X does have integrated graphics. I made sure I looked it up before I attempted to do all this because I didn't want to go through that and then be like, oh, this isn't going to work. I probably should have researched this beforehand. No, it does have integrated. I looked. I've made many PC mistakes in my life. Didn't want to make that one. Okay. So, fan right here, and we're just going to set this bad boy up here. Right. I forget this one doesn't like being right there. We got to scoot this up some. Okay, here. That should give us enough space. Yep. All right. Fan into the header. Wherever that might be. All right, guys, we're gonna try it again. Give me some predictions. I said 15%. I'm starting to lean towards 30. The image he had was the monitor power saving image. Yes, it was. Is that the same CPU RAM kit if you had it in it before? You made it to clear CMOS. We did clear the CMOS. Next time, fix the pins with a toothpick. I have not tried that. I tried tweezers. Electrical short. We're going to try it. All right. So I said, I think I'm at 30% now. So we're going to go ahead and start it. You guys can leave what you think up there. You're up to 57% now. It's wild. The laptop I bought for 1.3K is now worth 2K and counting. That's nuts. All right. Here we go. 3, 2. Oh, gosh. Don't fall off on me. All right. 3, 2, 1. Fans are spinning. Yes, that's the monitor saying there's no display. %. I'll take it. Okay, that's still the monitor saying there's no display, so. Picture an i9 build with a 5090 and have made like $5,000 parts increase. Yeah, but you had to have been able to afford a 5090 and an i9 first. Which, you know, we're not even talking about like the power supply that you need for that. assume if you're buying that, you're probably also buying 64 or 128 gigs of RAM, all those kinds of things. So if you're building that, you're probably spending a lot in the first place. So most likely you wouldn't need it to sell it. Thought you were broke before, now you need to afford a car. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you spent all that or tried to buy it now. I think we're still going through memory training. I can't be 100% certain on that, though. It's hard to tell because I don't know if these fans are going to ramp up and then they'll suddenly stop. But I know AM5 takes a really long time. A beep speaker when troubleshooting? I don't have one, unfortunately. Also, again, sorry I am sticking my head in front of the camera so much for you guys. Everything is, I think it's all max spinning, so I think it is still going through either memory training or the CPU is not connected and it's not going to work. I know AM5 can take forever, though. You could have easily bought a 5060, or Dell currently has a PC for $4,800 with a 5090, so you're pretty much getting a free PC with a 5090. Wait, really? No way. $4,800? Now I hate myself every waiting morning. Just let it sit for a while. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, but this is uncomfortable to sit here and hold this. I guess, what do you guys want to talk about while we're waiting to see if this goes through memory training? Does anyone have like a definitive answer if, like, how long I need to sit here and wait on this? And at what point it's just a lost cause? I know memory training. Yeah, we cleared it yesterday. We cleared it yesterday. Does anybody know like how long it can memory train? Every X90 series is a waste of money unless you need the extra memory for graphical work. Yeah. Input, how are you? Favorite game? I'm obsessed with FPS. Hi. I don't know. If we're talking favorite game of all time, probably still PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battleground. That would probably be my guess. Probably PlayerUnknown Battleground. Even though I don't want to say League of Legends, like it's just been a comfort game for me for so long, so maybe that. TF2 never gets old for me. I have only played TF2 like once or twice. I know that it has like a lot of appeal to it. I just couldn't get into it personally. 5 minutes from what I heard. You haven't built any AM5 systems? Yeah, I think it might be somewhere around that period of time, but standing here for 5 minutes is going to get annoying. You made $1,000 over the last month. If you got one instead of 5080, it'd be positive like $3,000. Yeah, but I mean, that's what you're saying, but you'd have to be willing to part with a 5090 if that's the case. Although, should I put myself back on the screen for you guys here while I'm holding this thing? That way you can see me. I don't know. Or do I just leave it? Because I don't want to accidentally take this off and have to restart. When did we start this? Oh, you bought it now. Oh yeah. If you bought it now, then you're in trouble. That's a lot of money. I can't justify a 5090. I can't even justify a 5080. Astral 5080. You have a 5080 and a 5090. Probably need to get a book to put on top. I don't know if a book would hold it. Maybe this will just stay. This is heavy enough. I don't know why I'm holding it. I'm silly. Okay. Well, it's still running. Let's move you guys up just a hair. Okay. Oh man, we'll catch up on some of this, and you guys will probably see a post before I do. So, friend got me into custom classic WoW. Oh my gosh. Bet if I had a 5090, you could play RuneScape at max settings. Or you could play, what's the one? Shaders with mine on Minecraft. Never mind, the price went back up to 6K. It's called a Huntard. WoW, my dad got into WoW and he loved it. Yeah, like 50 windows of RuneScape. Oh yeah, I'm blocking the, at this point I'm blocking the monitor from you guys. Okay, let's go over here, up a little. That should be good. You guys can still see everything. Minecraft Uber Steve Shader Pack. Yeah, that's the one everyone dreams about. I don't know, guys. I don't know if it's going to start. I mean, when did we start this? I can't see. I don't think there's timestamps on any of this, is there? I feel like it's been 5 minutes. The fans are still ramped up. I'm going to look up really quick. If CPU fans are ramping, does that mean bent pins? What do you think? No, CPU fans ramping up and down usually means your CPU temperature is changing rapidly. Oh, with no boost. Or with no post. With no post. I mean, I think we're not starting. I don't think it's going to post. Try more fixing. Play RuneScape on your phone. What if it's just the cables that are busted? No, it can't be the cables. I've used 2 different power supplies on it. Probably put thermal paste on it if you're running that long. Try a different HDMI port. It shouldn't. I don't have HDMI on here. I'm using a display port, but it shouldn't make a difference. Okay. I guess we're gonna power this thing off. I forget how you do it. You should just be able to turn it off like this, right? Come on, power off. Hello? Why is it not working? There we go. Actually, believe it or not, the CPU is pretty cool. It's not hot. That's surprising. I figured it was going to be way hotter than that. Okay, let's get back to attempting to fix this thing. So that didn't work. Where does that leave us now? How can a tech enthusiast get married? All right, guys, here we go. Not an idea to put a GPU in it. Maybe the bend has something to do with iGPU not putting out video. That could do something. How can a tech enthusiast get married? You know, tech is awesome, but being married is better. You guys might not agree with me, but it definitely is. I don't know why I keep getting so far behind on the live stream here. Ugh. Okay, so what do you guys said? Read if it's actually booting your keyboard will light up if you have a light up keyboard. I do. A metal CPU should not touch a metal heatsink. There should be thermal paste or you will short. Interesting. Took me a couple months. So what are we doing here? Do you guys think I need to put some thermal paste and a GPU in? I mean, I think it's still very clearly bent. I think it is still very clearly bent. But to what extent or how bad, it's hard to tell. It's so difficult to tell. I think some of them I actually broke off. Or it got, oh, there it is. It got pushed into the motherboard. Is there another one in there? Hold on, I might be cooking here. I just pulled one out. I'm going way too aggressive on this, but I want to get it out. Feels like one or two of them got jammed in here. And I don't know if I can get them out. Or I don't know if there's any supposed to be in there and I'm just missing something. All right, let me look back and see what you were going. You guys are saying, homie, them pins are messed up. PC's greater than a wife. Paste it and try, but that shit might be fried now. Move RAM to different socket. Clean last vid, yeah, you done goofed. Hey, thank you, JFix. If it posts, it'd be amazed. Been married to a laptop since 2016. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys saying over there? Getting some wild ideas out. Oh, did I just pull one off? I hope the CPU is not fried. You're married to science? There you go. Now we're not all the way in again. I can feel there's some tension. I messed up something. What are we at here? I need to look at something real quick. Friend, I don't know if we're gonna fix this today. I think we can try one more time. Maybe put a GPU in here and see if it'll post that way. But I'm not too optimistic about it. Still watching because there's still a chance it'll work. Some of the pins are unused. I don't have another AM5 motherboard. I'd have to order another one. If I had another one, I would definitely go and put the 9600X in that, because then I could tell if there's a problem with the CPU or if it's the pins. Yeah, I definitely think that one broke off right in here. Wait, hold on. Did that fix it? Can I bend this back? Sorry, I know you guys are looking at my head right now. Can I get this twisted out? Oh, I think I'm damaging more of them. There's like 2 that are crossed, I think. Wait, hold on. Okay, that one I got unbent. That one got unbent. Wait a second. I think I managed to get one of them out. Oh, maybe. There was a big missing gap there, and I managed to get some of them to come out, but I don't know if it's too much damage. All right, I think we're gonna try a GPU. We're gonna try a GPU real quick. I'm gonna put a 1660 Super on here. And we'll just see if maybe that makes a difference. Why is this not going in? There we go. Okay. All right. Let's get everything powered up and we'll see. We'll attempt to get it started again. If this doesn't work, I mean, how long have we been live today? An hour and 13 minutes. Yeah, we might call it. We might try to do it again. I might just go buy another board and put the 9600X in that. And if that's the case, then, you know, if we know that works, that's good. At least we've just wasted money on the board. Why is this not going in? Oh, that's right. They have these all backwards on this power supply. It's very confusing. Okay, go in. There we go. There is the CPU. Here is a GPU. And here is the motherboard. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Can only imagine your pain. I mean, it's a part of life. When you're a content creator and you have a lot of stuff and you swap things out a lot, like, it can happen. So I'm not like upset about it. It sucks because I might have to spend some more money. But this is the PC that I'm going to end up giving away to the viewers, so, or the newsletter winner. Okay, so let me get the laptop out of the way. We're going to plug in. I think, does this one not even have, it does have a display port. Okay, cool. Let's plug in here. All right, so I'm back down to 15%. What are you guys thinking here? 15%. You love window shopping on Amazon and Newegg? Dude, I do too. Not like it's worth $1,000, but the chip is a better question. Yeah, it's not worth $1,000. I mean, it's worth some money for sure, but it's not worth $1,000. I would be upset if this was my daily use, but I'm not using the 9600X. All right, I'm back down to 15%, so 5%. Again, I'm okay with it. Some odd thing I do now after I built my PC. All right, guys. Oh, wait, I gotta get the cooler, CPU cooler. What is the main issue with this? Bent pins. It has some bent pins on it. So we've tried to straighten them, which I've never done an AM5 socket before. I've done with an AM4 CPU, but a socket is a whole other ball game. So it's been very challenging, but maybe we've got it up and running. We'll see. All right, I should jump. Okay, guys, let me grab this thing, see what you guys said. So I said 15%. I saw some other people say 5%. It's basically a goner, most likely. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. This one. Where am I at here? Oh, we did the same thing again. Forgot to plug in the power supply unit to power. All right, now we can do it. All right, 3, 2, That's not it. There we go. That's it. So it's spinning. You guys might not be able, oh yeah, you can see the lights. You can see it's lit up. That is not a post. That's saying that there's no connection to it. Not a connection. I was away. Did you get the pin fixed or even close to fixed? I think I've gotten them kind of close. Good night, Vex. Vexinot. Thanks for coming in. I can't tell if we're going through memory training again, if we've already done memory training, if I should try to clear the CMOS battery. I think we have a motherboard that will no longer work. Because everything is ramped up, even the GPU is here, and it's just spinning like crazy. Which is usually a sign that either it's memory training or it's not connected. No thermal paste running, mind you, fans not spinning. No, the fans are spinning. Yeah, the fans are spinning. The fans are full speed. Here, I'll show you. Here's our GPU fan. And then here's our CPU fan. We're spinning. We've got movement. Yeah, we've got movement. It's just, if you've done enough PC building, like, you can tell when the fans are going ramped up. That means it's either memory training or I haven't dealt with bent pins before. It's possible that we have bent pins. Or not possible, we definitely have bent pins. So I don't know if that's the factor in why it is not going. It could be. It most likely is. So I'm thinking we might have a dead motherboard. They weren't earlier. Yeah, they were spinning earlier. I'm thinking that the motherboard is dead, though. The only other thing I could try is to take out the CMOS battery. Hopefully that would clear it. I can try to play around with the pins a little more. What time is it? Oh, it's not even 1 o'clock yet. I have a lot of time today. Sorry. Guys, I don't know what to do here. I would like to continue to work on it, but I want to beat a dead horse and force you guys to keep watching a stream where all I'm doing is just bending pins. But maybe that's why you guys joined. Go 1 stick of RAM, try each slot. Hey, Matt, what's going on, man? I have 1 stick of RAM in there right now. Yeah, I've got just one in there right now. Is this not the right two? Is it this two? Keep going, look up some info. Yeah, that might be what I do. Bent pin could control RAM DIMMs. Oh, yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard that it can change that. So should I try? I guess I should just do process of elimination and do all of them. Like Brian was saying earlier, sometimes it's best to just look up what the motherboard, like the pins represent, and then you can identify if something's messed up or that kind of stuff. Like what might actually be messed up. Okay, I guess we'll try in slot 1. We've tried slot 2 already. Just try 1 RAM stick. Reinstall the BIOS. I actually don't have a BIOS for it right now. I'd have to download one. Okay, so we moved from RAM slot 2 to 4. I guess I should put this out of the way so you guys can actually see here. We moved from 2 to 1, I'm sorry. It won't help. Yeah, people have said CPU with dynamite. You know, if I had a stick of dynamite around, I could try that. I definitely could try that. I'm thinking though that we have damaged this board, so I might have to try and find a cheap AM5 board and put that 9600X in it, which stinks, but I mean it is what it is. It is the nature of the beast sometimes. Yo, choose a different port on the monitor. You don't have video connection out the PC's on. No, it's saying that it's not recognizing like an output. Like here, I'll show you guys really quick. I think I have. I do not. I have an HDMI on this. The aggro level with bent pins can be pretty disappointing. It definitely can be. Here, let me show you guys. I think I can just plug in. Oh, my office is a disaster, friends. I think I can get away with plugging in my laptop too. My PC really quick. Oh wait, this is also a display port? I don't want another display port. Give me an HDMI. Sorry, I know that's loud. Why is this cable so long? This is the longest cable ever. I'm gonna plug in my laptop really quickly so you guys can see it doesn't work, or that it can display. I assume that my laptop should be able to display off of that. I guess technically it is, you know, if it's gonna memory train, it's trying right now. Try direct connect to the mobile instead of the graphics card. I did that as well, and we didn't have any luck. Let's go HDMI. Not the right way. Oh, HDMI is right there. I'm silly. Come on. There we go. All right. So, power, source, HDMI. Yeah, see? It works then. It just doesn't have connection to this. This isn't putting out a display. So, unfortunate. Well, I'll pull it out and show you guys the pin one more time. I think we'll probably call it there. Use that card. What card? Oh, use that cord. We could try. I could try that. I still don't think it's going to post because everything is ramped, which is generally an indicator that it's not started. Your motherboard is gone, and if you continue, you might actually damage your CPU with too much voltage. That's possible. Source, HDMI. Yeah, isn't that crazy that motherboards are the least expensive part? Yeah. Yeah, it's not posting to that either. Yeah, I think we got to call it there because if we leave it on there too long, we could also potentially damage the CPU just by overheating it. Is that one or this one? I can't remember. Nope, not that one. This one. Come on, turn off. Okay, I guess it is this one. Pooched. You hate that? I mean, it's just part of life. There we go. It is, I mean, it's just, you know, when you do PC swapping stuff all the time, sometimes you get a little careless, you make mistakes and things happen. I mean, it's just part of life. So now I'll probably get another motherboard. We'll attempt to see if we can put that 9600X in there and make it work on that. Try it once with the thermal paste on. I don't think that makes a difference because the CPU is not hot at all right now. It's dissipating the heat. It's dissipating the heat. The thermal. This is not hot even a little bit. And if it would, like, I feel like if it was an issue, going to touch this, I'd have some heat on it, but it's not. I'm not getting any heat off of it. Not to say that, like, if I took the heatsink off, it was really hot. So I think it's just bent pins. I'll show you guys. That's metal on metal. That's bad. I don't think it's. Is it? I mean, maybe you guys can confirm, but I've done that before with PCs before, and it didn't have any problems. I wouldn't do it all the time. All right. I'm going to show you guys the pins one more time, and then we will figure out life from there. We will figure out life from there. Come on, 1660 Super. Come out. There we go. All right. All right, so let me get you guys situated over in this spot again. Bring you back down. You can show your CPU like that. Thermal paste is usually non-conductive. Yeah, but I haven't had any issues with that, and a lot of other people have said they haven't. Okay. So can't tell if there's something on this or not. Oh, you know what? There's a pin that was on it. There was a pin on it. Yeah, one pin did come off. So I'm wondering if that was causing an issue, and also there was a pin right here. Okay, so I'll show you guys these bent pins really quick. Oh, actually, I'll put a flashlight on it too so you can see a little better. So you can see, oh, let me get it focused. There's definitely some damage there. So I think we're going to have to call it a day with this motherboard. Maybe I'll tinker around with it a little more, but I don't want to damage the 9600X too much. So I'll probably get another motherboard for it. So just think about when you use liquid metal. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, like, is it actually, I don't think it really matters. But I think this motherboard is shot, so that's unfortunate. Oh, let me bring you guys up here really quickly. All right, friends. We should be good to bring this up, right? 100% doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I'm not an expert. A lot of other people have said probably doesn't matter. So then why use it for an AIO? I mean, you use it for everything, but bummer. I mean, it's just a part of life. Also, hopefully you got that PC. Am I in this shot here? I might need to go up a little bit. Oh, my little one is crying. Hold on, you guys. Be right back, everybody. Honey, he's awake. Okay, I'll get him in a minute. We are about to wrap up. All right, guys, let me go ahead and do an outro for the video really quick. And then we will we'll conclude this bad boy. So if you guys have followed along the video, we attempted to bend some pins back. I'm not an expert at troubleshooting. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is probably my weakest aspect of PC building. I think it's pretty challenging personally, but I couldn't get the pins back. So we're probably gonna have to get another motherboard. Do not worry though, if you guys are in the newsletter, I'm gonna get a new motherboard. If the 9600X doesn't work as well, I will get a new one of that for you. Still gonna do a 9600X and a 3060 Ti to give away. So Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. We do have a membership that I just launched. If you guys want to join it, I think it's $5.99 or $4.99 a month. One of those that you can support here on YouTube. I know that sometimes going to an external website like I have linked for the newsletters confusing because they don't make it the easiest to navigate, and intimidating because you think you might be getting scammed or something. So if you want to sign up for a membership here, it would greatly support the channel. It's a new thing I'm trying out just because we're doing live streams. You'll get like emojis, badges, and stuff. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm going to go back to the live chat now. Okay. What you get? Sorry that didn't work. Hey, it's okay, guys. I texted you when you get a sec. Yes, once I end this, I'll look at that. Cool. Well, hey, listen, you guys, I do appreciate you showing up, kind of giving advice. Like I said, this is not my strength. Troubleshooting is not something I'm like amazing at. Also, this is really crooked here. Let me fix that a little bit. But it is kind of fun, especially having you guys here, because normally if I were to try to do this on my own, I'd probably get really upset and just give up. So it was nice to have some input and hear what other people thought. But you did the newsletter. Matt, dude, I saw you did everything. Matt, you guys, Matt's an MVP out here. He did the newsletter, and you could potentially win this PC. Just kidding, not this one. But you could potentially win a 9600X and a working motherboard. So, and a 3060 Ti. That's the PC we're going to be giving away on there. But yes, again, very thankful for all of you guys. I have a crying baby, so I'm going to go attend to him. I will catch all of you guys in the next one. I don't know if we're going to do something tomorrow, but we'll probably return for sure on Monday. Fridays are kind of hit or miss. So see all of you guys later.